Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Wednesday, the 10th of July, 2024, the year of 1,000,000 transactions per second and more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinersv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using blockchain technology and the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, here we go. Let's get into it. So, starting off with this. What is this all about? This was a post on the 5th of July, so 5 days ago by Jacob King when he said, Mt.Gox has just moved $2.7 billion in BTC out of cold storage. It is happening. Whoa, this sounds huge. So, is this... Which I haven't looked at this yet. Oh my god, value. That's 47,228 BTC, yeah. $2.7 billion in one transaction. Whoa. Fees pretty low. Well, $3.95. Gee, yeah, from Mt.Gox cold wallet. 1HEHL. Jeepers. Oof. If I was receiving any of those, which I'm not, but I wish I was, I would be dumping that for fiat straight away. God. $2 billion. Wow. Right, let's see what the articles have got to say about this then. So, Mt.Gox repayment shakes crypto market, causing volatility. BTC faces immense volatility as Mt.Gox repayments flood the market. In a long-awaited move, Mt.Gox, the infamous Bitcoin exchange that collapsed in 2014, has finally started repaying its creditors. This resolution to one of crypto's most notorious scandals is not just closing a chapter to one of Bitcoin's darkest hours, but is also actively shaping the asset market's dynamics in real time. On July 5th, Nobuaki Kobayashi, the rehabilitation trustee for Mt.Gox, announced the commencement of debt repayments to creditors in BTC and BCH. And have you noticed this? So these were, in 2014, they were unsplit coins. So again, what they've done is they've stolen people's genuine Bitcoin. I mean, this sounds extremely fishy to me because we know that Peter Wool started the development of SegWit in 2015 and they implemented it in 2017. So I suspect actually that they might have orchestrated this and again, orchestrated this, stolen this Bitcoin, then they've segregated it, then they've made it economically worthless, and now they're returning it, obviously with a huge market price, but it's fundamentally economically worthless because the signatures will have been removed from it, and it's also on the BTC chain. So they've kept 47,000 genuine Bitcoin for themselves. You know, I mean, they're literally just rinsing it from the customers. It's absolutely outrageous. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but there we go. The repayments are facilitated through a complex network of exchanges, with each entity playing a crucial role in distributing the funds. The scale of the repayments is staggering. According to available data, approximately 47,288 BTC, valued at roughly $2.7 billion, has already been moved from Mt.Gox associated wallets to new addresses. This is just the beginning, with a total of around 140,000 BTC worth a whopping $9 billion at current prices set to be returned to the victims in the coming weeks. The sheer magnitude of the transfers has put the entire crypto market on edge, with traders and investors closely monitoring every movement. Moreover, on paper, the repayment process seems to be quite a logistical feat, with 5 exchanges, namely Bitbank, SBI VC Trade, Bitstamp, Kraken and BitGo, tasked with distributing the funds. Each exchange has its own timeline for processing the payouts, ranging from immediate distribution to a 90-day window. God, how pissed off would you be if some of these exchanges started dishing out to their customers and the price dropped before you could sell yours? I'd be livid. Both Japanese exchanges, Bitbank and SBI VC Trade, have already completed their distribution processes. the payments within hours of receiving the funds. This swift action relieved creditors but also contributed to the ongoing market volatility, as some receipts quickly sold their newly acquired BTC, as you would. Bitstamp also pledged to expedite its distributors, with exchange officials stating that its commitment to compensating investors earlier than its given 60-day window. A ripple effect in motion, the immediate impact on Bitcoin's price as BTC was swift. As news of the repayment spread, BTC plummeted from approximately $62,000 to as low as $53,000 on July 4th, a 10% drop in a matter of hours. This sharp decline triggered a wave of liquidations across the crypto market, with over $425 million in leveraged positions being wiped out. The volatility wasn't limited to BTC. The entire cryptocurrency market felt the tremors, with many altcoins experiencing double-digit percentage drops. However, the market's reaction wasn't solely due to Mt.Gox. Coinciding with these repayments was news of German governments offloading hundreds of millions of dollars worth of BTC seized from criminal activities. On July 8, a German government-labelled crypto wallet sold around $900 million worth of BTC, transferring roughly 16,309 BT in multiple transactions to various external addresses, marking its largest single-day BTC liquidation. Some of the transfers were directed to crypto exchanges such as Bitstamp, they would have had a payday that day, Coinbase and Kraken, as well as market makers such as Flow Traders and Cumberland DRW. With the German government now around halfway through its selling spree, reducing its holdings to 23,788 from 50,000 BTC, traders expect BTC prices to stabilize and potentially climb again once the immediate selling pressure eases. The fall of Mt.Gox, a visit to the history books, is important to understand the magnitudes of the current repayment scheme. Founded in 2010 by Jeb McCaleb, who also created XRP and Stellar, and later sold to Mark Capellis in 2011, Mt.Gox quickly became the world's largest BTC exchange, handling a staggering 70% of all global BTC transactions at its peak. This dominance made it the go-to platform for early BTC adopters and played a crucial role in establishing BTC's legitimacy in its formative years. However, in February 2014, Mt.Gox suspended all BTC withdrawals, citing technical issues. The truth soon emerged that the exchange had lost approximately 850,000 BTC in a long-standing security breach. I remember that, because they were being siphoned out from hot wallets. This loss, valued at roughly $450 million at the time, would be worth over $48 billion at today's prices. The event sent shockwaves through the crypto community and severely damaged BTC's reputation, setting back mainstream adoption efforts by years. The fallout was immediate and severe. Mt.Gox filed for bankruptcy, leaving thousands of customers in limbo. In 2018, the case shifted to civil rehabilitation, offering a glimmer of hope to creditors. In 2019, Capellis was convicted of falsifying financial records. How falsifying financial records on a ledger? How stupid is that? The irony. Adding yet another layer to the complex legal saga. However, a legitimate plan of action emerged in 2020 when Kobayashi announced a draft rehabilitation scheme. The plan faced numerous delays and revisions over the next couple of years, mainly due to various legal and logical challenges. In 2023, the repayment deadline was extended once again to sometime in the third or fourth quarter of 2024. Throughout this period, the crypto landscape continued to evolve, with new exchanges rising to prominence and regulatory frameworks beginning to take shape. BTC's rocky road ahead. The commencement of Mt.Gox repayments has injected a new level of volatility into an already dynamic crypto market. However, as the dust settles, a more nuanced picture seems to have emerged. For instance, BTC has shown immense resilience since July 5th, rebounding to around $59,000 after its initial plunge to $53,600. The market's ability to absorb such large influx of supply speaks to the increased liquidity and maturity of the cryptocurrency ecosystem compared to its state during Mt.Gox's collapse. In fact, some analysts even believe that much of this selling pressure was already priced in before the event itself, thus explaining the relatively quick price recovery. Furthermore, some large investors viewed the price dip as a buying opportunity, as evidenced by increased flows into US-based spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds (ETFs). This institutional support has counterbalanced the selling pressure while simultaneously demonstrating BTC's acceptance within the financial mainstream. Shifting back to the broader macroeconomic landscape, the upcoming US Consumer Price Index report and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's testimony before the US Congress are also being closely watched since they could significantly influence BTC's price trajectory in the coming months. Also, the US presidential election on November 5th could very well be another wild card, with some speculating about a possible Trump trade rally if the former president wins, given his recent overtures to the crypto community. The broader crypto market also shows signs of decoupling from BTC's movements. ETH, for instance, has stayed above $3,000 market despite BTC market volatility. Oh, that was actually a really great article. Quite enjoyed reading that. That's 10 minutes gone there. Right, we'll just fly through these next ones then. Bitfinex has said here, Celsius is going after 5,000 people that withdrew their money from Celsius within 90 days of their bankruptcy. Imagine withdrawing your funds from a crypto exchange that has been lying about their reserves and they declared bankruptcy days after you escaped, and now you're being sued. All the more reason to withdraw sooner rather than later. Oh my, honestly, the audacity of this lot. Unbelievable. I mean, all you can do is laugh because it's just so insane. I did find these two articles here in CoinGeek. Bahamas to force banks to support its CBDC. And then another one, North Carolina governor vetoes anti-CBDC bill. But I'm not going to go over those anymore. We'll just quickly have a look at 365 days of Bitcoin history, just because I love this quickly. So I can't remember if we did this one before, but this was obviously an epic time in Bitcoin's history. June 26, 2028, Cobra posted, if Satoshi ever came back, he would be chased out. This is what he wrote. He said, if Satoshi ever came back into the Bitcoin community and expressed his likely opinions on scaling and mining centralization, I'm certain he would be attacked, chased out and bullied by the Blockstream cult. No doubt about it, but I eagerly await his return. Yeah, I went through that one before. Yeah, stabbing Satoshi in the back at the Cobra case though. 27th of June, I think I did this as well. The birthday of Cynthia DeWerk, the creator of Proof of Work with Monty Nail, although Adam Back would like you to believe that he created it, but he didn't. I think I already did this US Marshals one. Yeah, auctions 29,000 BTC. But check this one out. So 28th of June 2021, London's High Court grants Dr. Craig Wright via default judgment copyright ownership of the Bitcoin white paper. That was the 28th of June. Let's have a look at this article here. Yeah, there we go. Get this. So the Ontier LLP said Dr. Craig Wright was today awarded default judgment in his copyright infringement against Cobra, which we now know is Marty Malmi. This is an important development in Dr. Wright's quest to obtain judicial vindication of his copyright in his white paper. Excellent. Getting excited with stuff like that. 29th of June, couldn't find anything, but we've got a few. We've got Bitcoin Talk here. 29th of June, 2011. There we go. We'll just go back a page as well. Read a few of the titles here. So we've got BTC near-term outlook. Gox right now, buy BTC 15 to 1, sell 17.00. Bitcoin Bank, Mt.Gox lost dollars today. I've been starting to get spammed with my email address registered with Mt.Gox. Well, people were experiencing these problems back then. Gold is the money of kings. The Bitcoin Sun super promotion giveaway. God, I didn't have a clue what Bitcoin was back then. The Bitcoin solution to spam. Oh, so that was already suggested on the 29th of June 2011. Wow. Fantastic stuff. The 30th of June, check this out. On the 2016, 30th of June, Andrew Hagen publishes a book titled The Satoshi Affair that names Craig Wright as the creator of Bitcoin and the man behind the pseudonymous author of the Bitcoin white paper, Satoshi Nakamoto. If you haven't read this, I would recommend it. I would say it's well worth a read. Absolutely phenomenal story. I mean, literally, you've got the Australian tax office after Craig. You've got Craig on the phone to Stephen Matthews saying, help, can you get me out of here? Stephen arranging Craig to be able to get from Australia to New Zealand and then over to London, and then Craig sort of taking his computers under his arms and like running out the building, and then realizing he'd forgotten his passport, going back into going back into his office, hiding in broom cupboards, literally hiding on the toilet seat like they do in spy movies and all that. I mean, it's absolutely sensational stuff. I mean, it's an epic story. It's huge, but this is where I first picked up the name, the mysterious Stephen Matthews, and I was the first person to interview him. And you can still see the sort of podcast I did with him back in 2021 on my YouTube channel here. But the link is in the description in the 365 days of Bitcoin history. On the 30th of June 2017, John Matonis introduces Craig Wright to the audience at the Future of Bitcoin Conference 2017 Arnhem, the Netherlands, as Mr. Bitcoin Dundee. I think everybody remembers that. Let's just have it. Here we go. Can we play it? There we go. Oh, come on. Surely. Will this play?
Our next speaker, John Matonis, was a huge name when I got into Bitcoin in 2013, and boy, a lot of impressive stuff. I had no idea. I'm not going to read it all to you. Wait, and is John here? Oh, right there in front. All right, John, I'll just let him have some more time. All right, John Matonis.
Thank you. Wow, what a high-quality conference. Thanks to the organizers for inviting nChain. I'm John Matonis. I'm the Vice President of Corporate Strategy at nChain. And nChain stands for Radical On-Chain Scaling Solutions. nChain stands for creation of smart contracts using Bitcoin native scripting, which is, by the way, Turing complete. And nChain also stands for microarchitecture modular software, so not monolithic software. You may also remember my name from a year ago when I wrote a blog post called How I Met Satoshi. It was on medium.com. Received a lot of views, so I thank you all for reading that. I want to do something today that's a little bit unusual for a Bitcoin conference. In fact, I don't think it's ever been done before at a Bitcoin conference. I want to donate and turn over the remainder of my speaking time to a colleague of mine from nChain. He is the legend from Sydney, Australia. He is Mr. Bitcoin Dundee, Craig Wright.
Awesome. Awesome. That was it. Oh, I love these moments in Bitcoin history. Also, on the same day at that conference, Craig Wright explains the meaning of the message he put into the Bitcoin Genesis blog that read Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks, where he said they were considering buying the toxic assets. The government was saying the naughty banks who we've just given billions to refuse to change their business model and risk their money again, and if they don't do it, we're going to buy them and nationalize them. So great, we're going to incentivize banks to further make crappier loans. What a great thing. Oh dear, oh dear. And also on the 30th of June 2020, Samson Mow admits Blockstream controls BTC. Again, I've got the link there to the YouTube. See if we'll have 19 minutes of the show. 30th of June 2022 was when the notice of ownership of digital assets was placed in the Financial Times. And this was it, where it said the notice of ownership of digital assets, Bitcoin. Tulip Trading Limited, international business company number 093344. with registered office at room 306 Victoria House, Victoria, Seychelles, hereby gives notice that it is the owner of the digital assets, including Bitcoin, in the following addresses: on Bitcoin BSV, so-called Bitcoin Core, BTC, so-called Bitcoin Cash, and so-called Bitcoin Cash ABC, eCash, blockchain networks, and that's the 1FX address of the Tulip Trust. Amazing. And on the 1st, so where we're now, 10th of July. So 1st to the 22nd of July 1944 was the Bretton Woods Conference meeting at the Bretton Woods, New Hampshire. July 1st to 22nd during World War II to make final arrangements for the post-war world after the expected defeat of Germany and Japan. Obviously we all know the significance of this now in Bitcoin's history. Like, pretty epic. 1st of July 2021, Memorandum FCO 30/1048 was published and hidden from the public for 30 years. Because that was Lord Kilmore pointed out that this was straight up high treason. As it says here, as you will see from the Mr. Tucker's minutes below, the Conservative Group for Europe want to publish a pamphlet on sovereignty. IRD have produced a first draft of this, and I should be grateful for your comments as soon as possible. I realise that we do not want to falsify the sovereignty issue or give our future community partners the idea that we are frightened to commit ourselves in this respect. But you will also be aware of the Conservative Group for Europe's wish to play down this issue as far as possible and reassure those people in Parliament and in the country who get emotional about the loss of sovereignty. The loss of sovereignty. That is high treason. High treason there in that document when they corrupted the legal system and the political system. Also on the 1st of July 2021, the launch of Million Token by TechLead. This was an absolutely massive scam, this one. Anybody who remembers this. Look at this on Livecoin Watch. Oh my goodness me. Come on, we get look, Million Token, look. Straight up, straight down. Massive rug pull. Straight out. Oh my god. The 2nd of July 2010, we have a post here from Satoshi Nakamoto saying feature request limiting connections. That was on the Satoshi Nakamoto Institute. On the 3rd of July, this is 1933, so after the Zionist creation of Executive Order 6102, issued on the 5th of April 1993 and completed on the 1st of May 1993, that stole all the gold from the people of the United States, the greatest Zionist spectacle ever staged in Chicago took place on the evening of Monday, 3rd of July 1993 at Soldiers Field before more than 125,000 people, sponsored by the Jewish Agency for Palestine. The event was titled The Romance of a People. So basically they were trying to romance the Palestinians in order to try and get them to accept them because the Jewish people didn't have a home. Look what's going on now. Oof. 4th of July, so 4th of July 1776, US Independence Day. The Illuminati was formed on the 1st of May 1776, that was in Bavaria, ready to infiltrate and exploit a nation recovering from a civil war. And if you take a bird's eye view, pardon the pun here, of Washington DC, Capitol building, look at that. It is in the shape of an owl, which represents Moloch. So their religion has literally been around since before America was developed, which is pretty scary. The 5th of July, we've got Satoshi here in the Nakamoto Institute replying to a Slashdot submission for 1.0. So Slashdotted was to do with DDoS attacks is what they call now. 6th of July 2010, there was an email from Marty Malmy entitled Anonymous Homepage Changes. 6th of July 2018, Crypto.com domain sold for millions. I think it was like 69 million. Check it out. Look at this. For anyone who's trying to contact me for this reason, don't bother. Not for sale. Yeah, here we go. With the report suggesting the sale might have been worth as much as 10 million, it is unclear what the precise amount was. Although the Blaze did remark to TechCrunch that if it was only about money, he'd have sold it a long time ago. Oof. I heard that it's 69 million, but we could. I mean, either way, even if it's 10 million, whew, or 27 million, numbers being flown around here by selling that domain. Crypto.com finally sold for millions. I haven't got time to go through that article. But on the 6th of July 2022, the Georgia Guidestones were destroyed. This is hilarious. Let's have a look at this, see what we can find. There we go. Taken out. And as we know on the Georgia Guidestones, it said to keep the world's population down to 500 million. And we're now at nearly 7 billion. Oof. So glad they got taken down. 7th of July 2005 was the London bombings. They called it 7/7 because it was Cockney rhyming slang for 9/11. Dear, oh dear, but even though people just generally try to sweep that under the bridge, but there's more, certainly a lot of conspiracies going around about that. The 7th of July 2010 was when Satoshi replied to the anonymous homepage changes. 8th of July 2010, Satoshi Nakamoto was replying to the talks and discussions on anonymity in Bitcoin. On the 9th of June 2014, a judge shoots down a Bitcoin isn't money argument in Silk Road case. The government and legal community may still be arguing over whether Bitcoin can be defined as money, but the judge presiding over the landmark Silk Road drug case has declared that it's at least close enough to get you locked up for money laundering. And this is the article here in Wired magazine. Judge shoots down Bitcoin isn't money argument in Silk Road case. The government and the legal community may still be arguing over whether Bitcoin can be defined as money, but the judge presiding over the landmark Silk Road case has declared that it's at least close enough to get you locked up for money laundering. In a ruling released on Wednesday, Judge Catherine Forrester denied a motion by Ross Ulbricht, the 30-year-old alleged creator of Silk Road billion-dollar online drugs bazaar, to dismiss all charges against him. And again, we know how that ended up. We've got 2 life sentences. Oof. And on the 10th of July, which is an anniversary of today, 2014, Craig Wright is interviewed by Dale Dickens at Australia's first ever Bitcoin conference in Melbourne, called Inside Bitcoin Conference, which went from the 9th to the 10th of July. The 3-part series by Dale was called the Bitcoin Doco. This was epic. Obviously, we've got Craig saying that Bitcoin is the future of everything, based on the concepts of a triple entry accounting ledger. Who else would know that, especially back then? Also, on the 10th of July 2021, a 124-year-old hydroelectric plant is using its power to mine Bitcoin. This was an article on TechSpot, but I remember this. Yeah. So look at that. The 104-year-old hydroelectric plant, and it's still being used now. Being used to mine Bitcoin. Epic is what that was. Look at that. Back in 1898. Now in 2000, it's being used to mine Bitcoin. Just goes to show you the positive things that Bitcoin can do. So also, this was on the anniversary year, on July 2023, CSW wrote here in a tweet, you can listen now and be ahead of the curve, or, so he said here, you can listen now and be ahead of the curve, or you can listen after Jan 2024. Either way, the long term is the same for me. Your choices are not my problem. I don't know if he's kind of like regretting saying that now. I don't think the court case went the way he initially planned it from the way he's talking here, but it doesn't really make too much difference because either way the long term is the same, just maybe not Jan 2024. I mean, who knows, maybe. We've got Terranode coming, 11th of July still got to find something, but on the 12th of July there was this. Everybody remembers this. When it said an audience member holds up buy Bitcoin sign during Yellen's testimony. Brilliant. Loving that. Right, so just going to report on here. So somebody pointed this out to me saying Cryptopedia Markets, it said top 10 currencies with most holders in the past week. And look at this. You got genuine Bitcoin here at number 2. And then I actually found the site here. So look at that. We've actually got holders. So, I mean, I don't know if holders is like the number of wallets. I'm assuming the number of wallets being opened is because, yeah, there's so much more utility coming on the network. There'll be wallets being used for different things. I mean, I doubt that 58 million is the actual individual count at all. But this shows you the number of wallets being opened and probably BSV being distributed amongst them. But I mean, what a position! What a position! You know, it's an indication of what may be coming potentially in the future. You know, watch this space, as I always say. So there we go. That is a 30-minute show. I didn't intend it to be that long because I haven't even done the chart show yet. But we'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you enjoy these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation to either Satoshi@Sempi.com, Satoshi@Handcash.io, Satoshi@Simply.cash, Satoshi@Relasia.com, or Satoshi@RockWallet.me. We'll do the chart show probably tomorrow. There'll be more news to catch up on. Hope you enjoyed it. And as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.